How many of you experience tension issues? And when you describe it to me, you describe that there's a big ball of thread on the back of your fabric, a nest of thread, just awful looking things happening on the back side. Let me tell you what is actually happening. And I hate to say it, but it's actually an operator error. You did not have something threaded correctly. So let's explain it. If you're sewing along and you get the gears coming up on the front of the machine and you look on the back and you got a nest behind your fabric, so many people think that this is a bobbin issue and they go digging down below and seeing if the bobbin is incorrect. Well, sometimes there is little threads that get caught and you do need to clean those out. Do take your bobbin case out and your hook and check behind the hook area and see if there's thread caught behind it. Clean it all out and start again. But the trick is it's actually the top tension. I don't know, why was it on the back if I'm saying top tension? So when you thread the machine right here, you will find that as you bring your thread down this first groove, right down in here there are two tension discs. The thread gets pinched when the presser foot gets pushed down. When the foot is engaged or down on the fabric, this thread is tight. See how tight that is now? But when I have my presser foot up, it's actually quite loose. It just pulls easily out. But if you don't get the thread all the way down in there, then the thread tension can't pinch on the thread and it's loose. If the thread is not in the top tension, that's when, as you take a stitch, the thread gets pulled down and you get that nest of thread on the back side. So all you have to do actually is to make sure everything is cleared out, no extra little broken threads or cut threads are left in place down below, but it's how you rethread this top. So as I come down here, we kind of talked about flossing that back and forth, making sure things are in, and of course get your take-up lever as you bring your thread back up and then down in there. If your take-up lever doesn't have the thread, that can also lead to those kind of gobbledygoops on the back, but you will find that it is more of an operator error, not a sewing machine issue. So make sure you're taking the time threading your machine completely, and again having your machine cleaned and oiled, meaning you doing it once a day, makes a huge difference. And if you haven't had your machine serviced in a year or so, it's time to have your local service center go through and get everything readjusted back to normal, clean, serviced, and top-notch. It'd be like having a brand new Bernina back home. So keep that in mind. Machines do need to have maintenance done, but could you make sure that your threading is correct and your machine will sew perfect?